Is that a joint? Bruh.
Hello, happy Monday, traders. Welcome to episode 850, 56 or 7, because yesterday it was on Twitch. No, it was YouTube. Okay, never mind. So it is 857 for real. Wait. It is 857. Okay, sorry. So, man, not a very good day for crypto. It was really late last night in the early, hours of the morning where Bitcoin had a pretty, I don't know, it was like 2 a.m. Eastern or something when this drop happened. And so what really went on, it was like we're talking about, we had blue sky breakout. It was very, dude, that doesn't mean it, we didn't have that. It's true. But in the end, what really happened, right, with that flag, that bull flag, you broke out of, we were live around this time. What ended up going on was, so when you made a high and a slightly higher high, a slightly higher high, you ended up like painting this bearish divergence. So by exhaustion, there wasn't even positive momentum on the run up. So when we were here, we were like, okay, well, we're going green, so there might be more follow through because there's no resistance. And guess what, though? Something we were talking about a lot yesterday, but we were saying it may not play out because of how bullish the trend is and what resistance we broke. But this right here, the 4-hour MACD bearish divergence, very, very real. That played out. That's what it was. Penny price action reversal to the downside, and it happened. And it happened pretty violently. What's the drop from the highest point? Didn't ever touch 10.2, did you? It was like $10,199. And, on that plunge, it was a almost 5% drop. Okay, 5% drop. Bitcoin's up. At the top, it was up 60% in 7 weeks, and it dropped 5% on some 4-hour bearish divergence. And then it ended up being 60-minute divergence, too. Those coincided, but then it was like the daily too. We were kind of like, is it painting bearish divergence as well? Yeah, we had it, and then we ran again slightly higher highs, and then it was like what? About the exact same amounts of positive momentum, which is Class C bearish divergence. It doesn't mean impending price action reversal to the downside, but it was just continuation of divergence. And so the move down isn't even anything. Look at the daily. Dude, it's just, another candle. And the close probably pretty important here. You know, there's a chance if market participants in 49 minutes want to, they could push this price up above 9,900, and it would invalidate any kind of bearish engulfing candle, which is in the title of the stream. And that's clearly what's going on, where this candle is completely covering the body of the previous candle. That's what the definition of a bearish engulfing candle. So, you know, still above 9,800, which is what a area where traders settled up way back. May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. So this is the zone, right? The resistance support zone, 9,800 to 9,950. Holding above 9,800 could be very good. I mean, you never really want to break it, because if you do break it, you're probably going down to 9,550 pretty fast. Definite possibility. And, you know, we had already back tested that, right? February 6th. We broke it, then back tested it, and then we ran again. We broke this 9,800 area, back tested it, held, and then went again, and then, you know, just completely reversing here. And that might just have to do with the 60-minute, 4-hour, and daily all kind of doing the same thing, where they're all showing some form of exhaustion. Remember, exhaustion in a run that has gone up a crap load in not much time. Okay, so that's like, you know, I know for a fact that I was happy about yesterday where we were, because we know, like last time we broke out, we went straight up to the next available resistances. This time we didn't do that, not quite yet. And you know, I'm sure people that the Moon Boys will be coming in and raising heck. Oh my God, man, it didn't go to those resistances. Like, well, yeah, but I didn't say buy, did I? At those levels, did I say buy at 10,000 plus? No. And people say, when's a good time to buy? It's like, dude, would need to have a pretty decent sell-off. I mean, maybe down here, you know, 9,000, 9,100, 9,500, but where we are now, it might be a good buy, but there's no reason to buy. There's nothing on the chart saying, hey, man, impending price action reversal to the upside here. Not yet. So, real quick, let me go to the 60 minutes. We can go back to that. Dude, stocks though. Hey, guess what? If you're a stock market participant and a crypto participant, you're okay, man. No problem. If you only own crypto, I mean, that should tell you something. If you only own crypto, what do you expect to happen when it has a down day? You should expect to not, unless you're shorting, making any gains, but going short in a bull trend, that's not easy. I mean, that's, you know, a $300 move, 3% down total today. That's like nothing. That's not bad, especially in crypto. Okay. Let me show you what's going on. Hey, it'd be hilarious, right? It'd be so hilarious if it was just, oh, it's invalidated. Well, you know, you did have a big dump, and you've just got this upsloping consolidation after the impulse down. So that does look like a bear flag, like bearish consolidation. Right, you didn't get some sort of, I mean, you did at the beginning. You got some really nice rally. Intra-candle, you got to over 10,000. And you try one more time, there's not enough buyers, and engulfed again, and now you've just been consolidating, you know, outside of this little scuffed channel, whatever. It's the 60 minute, so you almost got to take everything with a grain of salt on the 60 minute, unless maybe it lines up with the 4-hour and the daily, if they're all saying the same thing. You know, that's like we talk about when your oscillators, your indicators, everything, let's say like the 4-hour, the daily, the weekly, and the monthly all show bullish divergence or convergence, right? The solar system, eventually all the stars align, and that's where you have a real good edge on the market for taking a position. So Bitcoin actually literally did that down at like the 65 to 6,900 area. Like the stars did align for us. Stars, planets, whatever. Planets aligned. This is in astronomy. Even though we were in a spaceship yesterday.
Bruh.
So if it broke down, man, I don't know, because like you could do a measured move, but if you're in a truly bullish trend right now, it's going to underperform. It's not going to hit the 100% measured move that you just go from 10.2 to, you know, the candle close, 9,800. I mean, that's a pretty big candle, right? It's another, that's breaking all kinds of critical supports, 94.69. You don't really want to fall below 95.50. It could play out. It could happen because, look, I mean, we've lost all the negative momentum. We've got some positive momentum now. No volume. It's just you're not making higher highs than even the high within the pattern. That's not really strong, dude. So you think if it does break out bearishly, because 60-minute chart, this could just end up turning into some other pattern. I don't know. This is all the data we have. You know, there's so many assets out there that performed today that have done crazy stuff that didn't dump. Mixed bag in crypto, but stocks, man, that's the story for today. This move on Bitcoin and then stocks too. Amazon all-time highs. It hit all-time highs. Last week, it actually had a confirmed weekly breakout on Friday. And so now it's up $2,130-ish now. So that's it, dude, right? Mysteries abound. You're starting to paint a bearish engulfing candle on the daily. It looks kind of like a bear pole, bear flag on the 60-minute, which is like, who cares? I mean, 60-minute, dude. You know, fortunately, we take our positions and we let it ride. And if it fails, it fails. I mean, you can move stops up, but then, like, what happens if you get a big stall like this? It ends up making a higher low than the previous low and ends up showing, look, from a low here to this low on the 60-minute, there's hidden bullish divergence. It's very real. I mean, not really. The MACD is kind of weird, but I mean, just from the previous major swing low, if this is a major swing low, hidden divergence, bullish. And then the 4-hour kind of showing it too, but this one's kind of weird, where you can see kind of like a low or pivot point where there was, you know, negative momentum there from that low to the next one. That's hidden bullish divergence too. So, you know, we took our long 9,600. Hey, man, believe it or not, I'm still in it. That's it, dudes. And if it never gets to target, all right, I'll get stopped out. And then I'll continue making gains on different stocks and assets. Right? It's one thing, dude. It's one asset. Though wait, where's my price ticker, dude? Huh? Oh, you're gonna have to give me a minute, dude. This is unacceptable. Crazy. Okay. I'm glad I was on this screen for most of the time anyway, talking, so no harm, no foul. But, you know, it's one asset, and, you know, we trade it, and we make money on it, and we also trade other assets and make money on those. I haven't really been looking at altcoins too much today. Mainly stocks, a lot of action today on the market, all-time highs. Stock market again. After all that craziness last week, week before, doing things again. Yeah, Jay Al, I read your mind, Mr. Mendez, dude. I read it. We're cool. So I don't know. We can go to Ethereum and just look at all their charts and their channel. I think they're all probably back inside those upsloping channels now, right? No, good God. I know I looked at it earlier, but this thing is fine. Look, it's like back testing and springing the 220, right? 220, 225. I mean, it's right there. I've plotted these on the daily. So you're trying to engulf right now on the 4-hour. You almost engulfed 8 hours ago or more, whatever, almost 12. Okay, Ethereum looks good. Still, like, what is this? It's no big deal at all. I mean, I think Bitcoin looks maybe a little bit worse than Bitcoin, but you can see really where this low was and this low. I mean, Bitcoin made a higher low too. So this is what I'm saying, man. It's like bullish conditions. Let's see, a low, a lower low, a lower low. Divergence. I don't know. I get that it's sold off and stuff and people are scared and mad, but you you would only be feeling that way if you got too much of a position, you don't have a trading plan. And I mean, dude, having a trading plan at this current time as a swing trader is so important, because that moves like that, you take your entry at 9,600, you have your stop loss, whatever. You can move your stop. One can move their stop loss up back up to 9,600 to even, you know. And if it gets to that point, you break. I mean, you make nothing, but you don't lose anything. But it was, you know, on the cusp of Bitcoin going to much higher prices because we broke out of overhead resistance, right? So, if you don't have a plan, then this is where people panic and they make stupid decisions and they get out of their whole position, their long-term position, whatever. And then Bitcoin eventually just, you know, is bullish. So maybe it stays bullish and then it eventually runs up again. So yeah, dude, have a trading plan. All right, we talk about that trading plan, don't we? Let me see it. I'll go over it real quick with y'all. We got some people in here today. We got 730 people here. Hold on, let me let's go over that trading plan. Let me fix something real quick. This is old education, of course. I mean, I even did a static video on this, but why not just... Let's see if it's still there. Unless I'm crazy here. Give me a sec. Oh, NVIDIA, by the way. NVIDIA, let's go. Let's go, dude. And it didn't hit that 886 to me. Someone, Brett Tholomew, posted his, and 886 is 273. We're 265, and we're about to fill another gap. The next gap, dude. The only gap left, 265. We're running to it. Look at the angle of ascent, the increase for demand on this asset. Look, you're doing it again. You legged up once more. Do you see that now? And at this point, we could probably just pull out the parabola line. Going nuts. Blow off top, no more. But yeah, like on the weekly, we've had this charted for months. I can't even believe it, man. Where we just waiting patiently for the 886 to hit. But at that point, you gotta wonder if the tech is stupid hot, you know, like if you hit this, what will happen? Will you just keep going? Earnings coming up, I think Wednesday or Thursday, so that's monkey-ass. That could just derail everything. But then again, it could end up just blowing up to the upside. Coin flip. Get the coin out, dude. But the implied volatility is probably going to be high. It's probably going to be 6, 7, 8% maybe. That means an implied move one way or another, whichever way it breaks. So, you know, if you think about if it does break the upside, I mean, the next pattern from the bat is the deep crab. The deep crab, where there is 1618 PCZ, nearly $400, $2 shy of $400. You were thinking about that one, Brett Tholomew? What happens if the bat doesn't play out? And it could, right? The bat could play out where it dumps down, gaps down barely, or whatever, flash or something. Oh my god! We're going to what's ahead.
Jules _ Santana tipped $24.24.
Repeating
Risk management is key. You taught me that.
That's right, Jules, man. I know Jules was one of the lone ones who was short on Bitcoin. Again, in an uptrend like this, gotta be careful. But I think he got paid on it. But what, Jules, you publicly announced that you might be going short. You're short again on Bitcoin's 60-minute bear flag. Hey, man, again, it could play out. Sure. But then again, the trend is not your friend. Not really. So, oh yeah. Okay. So here's your trading plan. You don't know what, like, you're coming in here and you're new or something. You're like, well, what do I do, man? Like, should I buy now, sell now? So you should be able to do this stuff yourself eventually, one day, once you get it all down. What are you buying? It's like, why are you buying that? And it's like, why are you buying at this price? It's like, where am I going to set my stop loss? And then why am I setting my stop loss there? Where will I exit my position? And then why will I exit my position? All right, what am I buying? And then why is very important. When you have a why, you want to have a huge laundry list of reasons why you're buying or shorting. And those are variables and your argument is contrived by using technical analysis. So if you have like 7 variables, this is why I'm buying or selling, you have a strong argument. 8, the more the merrier. But if you have like 1 or 2 variables, like, oh, well, it's one harmonic, but nothing else. The oscillators aren't helping us. You know, the trend isn't helping, whatever. Well, then that's not a good argument for why you're long or short on something. So I get into that. If you want patrons, there's a recent video I did in the spaceship that answers how it answers the question, why am I buying? I go into detail on what you want to have, what you need to have. Okay. It breaks it down really well. So got, what are we at now? 2 seconds. Currently sitting at 171 patrons. Thank you all so much for everything. Still an okay time to join the Patreon in the month. Still got 20 days left to utilize all that education. Also, we did a trade setup today on a traditional asset and equity, but there's so much education in it, and there's tons of this type of education in there that we've already done live for free. But these are just like the clips of me doing it in the streams. It's hand delivered to the patrons. So big deal, man. Don't be coming in here asking, should I buy now? When should I sell? When should I do that? You should, before you ever hit buy on anything or short, you should have all the questions that you would ask me or a random person on the internet first, right? You should have that answered. So, oh, there you go, probes, right? What did I say? 6, 7, 8%? Just guessed. 6.85% IV. Implied volatility. Let's go, dude, probes. Let's go. Let's just go and say it's going to go up, cap up. I mean, give me a coin. We can flip it. We can do the same thing. Hey, I was right with the Chiefs with the coin flip because it was so even. I mean, you thought it was evenly matched, but Mahomes is awesome. The real plan. Okay, it's all right. So we got about 32 minutes left until your daily candle close. What you want if you're bullish, I guess, is at this point you want to close the day above 9,900. If you do that, then it's not a real bearish engulfing candle. And the higher you close, the weaker the engulfing candle is, right? We talk all the time about engulfing candles. You know, you can see random regular engulfing candles, you know, sideways or whatever, but it doesn't always signify a reversal. You can get engulfing candles that are just meh with decent sized wicks, and they're about almost the same body as the other one, and it's like, that's a bearish engulfing candle technically, but it doesn't signify that it's the reversal engulfing candle that we're looking for.
Hey Mitch, I started as a FOMOer in 2017 and have come along since then. I'm focusing on applying TA to crypto and stocks now. How about these 2 stock/swing trade setups? $GD and $STZ? BTW remind us if he's still wrecked from Cheeks bet, clinking beer mugs.
Thanks, Timbo, for the 3s. Sorry, I had to. HG, he's still wrecked from Cheeks bet. Yeah, Cheeks bet. Oh, did he bet on that guy? Or whatever? Oh, yeah. Yeah, accumulation. Oh, my God. Yeah, dude.
I know it's an S coin, but can you check Decentraland Mana? They will be launching the game on February 20th, 2020, and I already have a triple.
What do you mean you already have a triple? I don't understand. You have a triple? So, thank you, Todd Man, for the 3s. So this is General Dynamics, which is an overall bull trend. Great. Something I really like about this is the retrace was near a 786. If it didn't get there, I get it. It's close though. Oh my God, it hit the 786 like the Jesus man. Okay, so it had a deep retrace. People perceived value in an overall uptrend. Oh my God, dude, on GD, gosh dang. There's a 78% sale on this asset. So Let's take a gander. Let's take a long. All right, so that's what market participants have already done. And now there are signs of accumulation, higher low, even here. From these 3 lows to these lows, these are higher. So you're just, yeah, momentum shifting. Looks like the big resistance area is around 193. You break that, 200 is going to play a role. But overhead resistance above that, going to be at 207 roughly. Right, just all around here. So much resistance there. So yeah, this is great, man. It looks like Composite Man's acquiring this position. He got some on sale. And if you break 193 or whatever, you'll see 207. And if you're lucky, you can break that. I mean, there's going to be resistance at 213, 214 right there. But then all-time highs is 230. That's when you know it's time to go to the dentist. Chat, anyone get that? That's it, dude. We could draw a channel. We could do probably all kinds of stuff, man. But, just you don't have to get cute with this. Just know there's accumulation higher lows, and you're not stopping making higher lows. I mean, again, you could just I don't need to do anything really. So with a channel here. All right. Break 193, you're probably going to 206. Break 206, you're probably going to 214. You break 214, you're probably going to 230. GD, gosh dang. Okay. So, Mana. Decentraland. I haven't looked at this in a long time, man. I remember it was a super scuffed chart. But oh my god, dude. When's the last time we looked at this? This is how I had it plotted. I don't even know. And you're out, man. You broke out. And now you're at 7.1 cents. So no value at all. But, above that area is 8.6 cents. And above that is 11 cents. After that, well, forget about it. Maybe 12.4 cents. It starts just getting nuts, dude. The higher you go on lack of resistance on the way up. But again, dude, you haven't even broken this. This is the overhead resistance that if you break it, back test it, hold it, and run again, then you can say we're in an uptrend on this, maybe, at least for the midterm. But all you've done is had a geometrical breakout and a very resounding move up with all the rest of the altcoins. Nothing special about Decentraland in terms of the technicals. I mean, this is... You go to any asset, and we're talking the worst of the worst, right? Probably even Pundy Coin looks something like this. Just, hey, rising tide lifts all ships, even if those ships are scrubs. They're like, let me show you some of these S-Coin ships, what they look like, okay? This is exactly what some of these S-Coins look like, dude, okay? Alright, this is a perfect example of what Pundy Coin's ship looks like if we're making that analogy or whatever. Or BCN or Pundy Coin or Decentraland or Titty Coin or you name it, man. We could just go to CoinMarketCap and just start naming off random, low-tiered S coins, and this is the ship. This is the rising tide. Thanks, Bitcoin. And all these scrubs are rising with it. Okay. But dude, the project is randomly good now. You just don't understand. I can't wait for that. I can't wait till the market cycle continues to mature. Bitcoin goes to higher prices. The altcoins go to higher prices. And then you're going to start getting the shills that didn't exist in the bear market. They're going to start showing up again like somehow the project's changed. Some 92.5. What's up, everybody? Sorry, I haven't really looked at chat. I mean, because we've been looking at things. Less than 25 minutes, 98.77 on Bitcoin. BNB's up 3.4% today. Engine's up 5%, right? That's what we thought. Let's look at Engine. Weekly looks wonderful in terms of just, you know, we saw here. It was a flag of some sort, right? Consolidation said most likely you'll, you know, you pull back because traders take profit here. This was a trade setup. This was the second target. The third target is 17.5 cents. You're not there yet. So now an engine's attempting its rally after the pullback. And my God, if it was a real flag and you're going to hit a measured move, dude, that's going to be like way up at like 22, 23 cents if it really goes. Oh, look at all the positive momentum you still have. And you're just now getting overbought again. So I definitely think there's room to run on Engine, at least to hit the third target of the trade setup that was posted in late November. Not saying, oh, go long now, because that's not value. There's not much value. No value, really. Okay. But my partnerships, exactly, Coinus. No, dude, I'm doing quite well. Burger Man, Amazon. That's it, dude. Talk about a tide raising ships. Yeah, that rose my portfolio today a lot. And there could be, I mean, it does seem like there's more upside potential on Amazon, dude. Like, for real. I mean, I just don't know. Oh my God, it all started with a sexual slanted inverse head and shoulders textbook. I mean, as textbook as it can really get. The low, the lowest low, the higher low. You were in an overall uptrend. Range bound for God knows, like, I mean, everyone knows it's like 520 some days. But then earnings came out. I mean, this candle right here, the breakout of the pattern was on record new Prime members, Amazon Prime members, and it ran up, hit a, you know, 618, then just crapped around for a little while. Then earnings, breakaway gap, certainly a breakaway gap. Look at the volume involved. But the daily is not really what's amazing. What's amazing about Amazon, if you watch the stream, is this. It's the weekly, where it has just begun. Look at the volume on the breakout. That was both candles. Look, the breakout, I mean, this is elevated volume. This is signature for a breakout. This is like what you want to see. Whoa, that's a characteristic of a true concise breakout. Elevated volume. You've done it, man. So what is there? There's nothing here except fib extensions. And, you know, the major fib extensions. Now, you know, from this high to low, you're at the 1272 right now, the minor ones. But from the structure of the pattern, the 1272 is at 2,254, the 1414, 2,359, and then the 1618, 2,511. And then we know the 100% measured move of the triangle, which we may never get there, is 2,778. So God, it's just, it was too, I don't know, too big of a pattern to not take heed of and to not be like, this is the next one. This is the one. If the macro doesn't crash, this is the next one that's going to run like the Jesus man. And you'll see. I mean, this is before the engulfing. We're talking kind of the same way, saying this could be the stock of 2020. You know, think about Apple. That's already gone on its run, right? Eventually, market participants will take some profit on that. They'll rotate a lot of cash out of that, and then they'll put it into something else, like Amazon. Can't say the composite man was not present. He was. All right. So, oh, Tron's not down. Today it's up 1%, but ICX down 7%. We didn't look at XRP, which we can. Whatever, man. Which one are we looking at? Oh. How was it? Yeah. The old descending broadening wedge look. I mean, this is a great look for it. You can look at this multiple ways. You know, 4-hour channel, we look at it like that. But if you zoom out, you can just see two diverging downsloping trend lines, with the bottom trend line being most steep, which is signature of this pattern, which I do think, I know Larley has it plotted differently where it kind of touches here maybe, but I don't know, man. It's like this is a partial decline in my view, which is good.
Coin 2020. Let's discuss the announcements to the announcement about the proposed partnership of the application we bought to use but really wanted you to think we partnered with them because we paid for its use. Price spike 40% for 40 minutes.
Navarius, couldn't have said it better myself, man. Wow. I think I might have just lost IQ points or something. Maybe. I get you, though. I feel you. Let me try to reread that. So, announcements, yes. Proposed partnership, yes. The application, it was bought. Yeah, that's about it. I mean, that's not just 2020, dude. That's signature 2017 right there. So if you didn't participate in the market back then, you wouldn't know about it. You would think about just someone new, green, coming into this market. They would have no idea what you're talking about, Nefarious. But if you have, if you're seasoned and acclimated to this market, you know exactly what he just said. What a joke, man. But thank you, dude, for the 1337. And now we got like Turtle Coin and Panda Coin and Doge. I mean, whatever, dude. We got. It's literally turning into a meme. Soon we're gonna start like the Beanie Babies that exist, that are the real Beanie Babies from the 90s, are gonna start becoming coins themselves, right? You're gonna get like Princess Diana coin, Princess Diana bear coin, and it's gonna be purple logo of the Beanie Baby, and then that's gonna be its own thing. So Bitcoin's at 9,888 just for King Logan. We'll say it. But anyway, with the partial declines on these descending Briding Wedge, if they can rally to their supply line again, then there's a 70% chance they would break out of the upside. If the bullish macro continues for Bitcoin, if everything continues to trend the way it's been trending, meaning the Bitcoin dominance has been decreasing in value every day, right? We know that. But we also know that the total market cap is increasing most days. Like, you know, like it's uptrending now, higher highs, higher lows. So we know more money's kind of coming into the market, and it's not just staying in Bitcoin. It's actually spreading out. It's getting bought. You know, people are buying Bitcoin and then they're spreading it out to the altcoins. It seems to me that's kind of the consensus I'm getting from the total and the Bitcoin.D charts, which is good. If that trend is to last and continue, then XRP should break out, break the major resistance area, break the supply line, and then not up thrust like a scrub, come up to 31 cents, break 31 cents, and eventually get to 38 cents. That's what you'd think would happen if all variables stayed the same in this market, which doesn't always happen. This should, yeah, I think ascending triangle on link to BTC. I haven't really been looking at BTC pairs, right? But, you know, whatever. We can't, if money's starting to go back into altcoins and it's starting to become a longer bull cycle for alts, then though it isn't efficient, it can still, I guess you can still play them, right? It's not like link to BTC didn't have, I haven't looked at this in so long, dude. You want to see my chart? This is it. This is like, all right, remember this, dude? Holy crap. This was a scuffed pattern. It never hit the 886, only the 786. When this was the 50%, it should have been down here. Never made it. But anyway, he's talking about huge pattern. More like you had some sort of momentum shifting, price action going on, a low, the lowest low, the higher lows now, and you're breaking the upside. He's trying to say huge pattern as in like it's some sort of ascending triangle, I think. But I don't know, man. It's too big of a... I don't know, dude. This is part of the trend. You know, you look for the triangle to be here. It's not. I mean, it's almost like... really almost just like this. What is that? Someone chat, can y'all help me out here? What is this pattern? All the touch points, man, this is perfect, dude. You just plot it like that. Tell me. I need you to tell me what the pattern is called. And I need the exact right answer, not a scrub version of the right answer, okay? Because, you know, there's a lot of these patterns. Different ones. So putting you on the spot here. You know, Bitcoin's really just hitting that 98, 93 area. Third time. 3 different 4-hour candles. This is the third time we've hit 98, 93, 9900. as resistance now. Looks good in log. Okay, yeah, we can look at it in log. Sure. Come on, Jordan, you were close, man, but not all of it. Man, y'all are so close. No, it's not a wedge. LMNOP, it's not a wedge. Y'all keep calling it a wedge. It's not one. Because the top trend line is horizontal. Come on, man. Probes, you were close to, but no. Stop thinking about wedges, dude. Horizontal line, resistance, down sloping, support. I'm going to give y'all a couple more seconds to guess, otherwise. Oh, well then type it, probes. Type it, dude. Because that thing comes supercharged.
I just felt like streaming.
8th angled. You're right, dude. Okay. The answer is, this is how you do it, and Prob's pretty much right. I mean, Logan too, but he was joking. That is how it is said. Right angled and descending, broadening formation, man. That's what it is. Are we cool? So whatever, man, it's just nitpicking, but you know, it's cool to know the actual names, you know. Especially just imagine, you know, walking down the street and then Bulkowski's on vacation in your respective area and you can identify him. And, you know, he brings this up and then you don't know it or you say it wrong. Right? It might be a little embarrassing. So I'm just trying to make sure y'all got it right, man. Okay. Now you do descending broadening formation, comma, right angled. That's like how he does it. Okay. But this is a bullish pattern. This is Tesla, dude. Hello, Tesla. We want to be friends and look at this. I mean, Tesla's way better looking, of course. Very, very good looking, man.
Oh, would you look at this?
Right angled and descending broadening formation, man, with a partial decline at the end. Never reached the bottom again. And if it was to make it up to, from the partial decline, if it was to make it up to the supply line again, 70% chance of breakout. Well, you know how that went. So that might be going on. So the supply line's coming up, man. No partial decline on this one. But either way, bullish for now. If you break it, you know, measured move. Seems like the size of the pattern, you know, could always sell off again and then make a partial decline, then go. That can happen. But really, so far, the size of the pattern from the breakout is how you measure. High to low. Okay, 1272. They're up there in between the 1272 and the 1414. That's how you get your targets on this. All right, 48,254 Satoshis. All right. Shame on you all. Go back to the books, David says. It's whatever, dude. Look, man, if you know how to identify these patterns and you don't know the names exactly, I would rather know how to identify them and play them than know how to say them perfectly. That's how, you know, so it's really not that big a deal, you know. Again, man, what's wrong with just, oh yeah, just brushing up on something again. Repetition. Man, it's a good thing. Okay, so Neo's down like 4.25%.
Is that a joint?
Got hit pretty hard. Did it engulf? Because it was bullishly engulfing yesterday. Oh, sorry. Nah, not quite. Nah. Pretty much a bullish Mara bazoo candle engulfing. But no, I mean, no harm, no foul yet. Right? That's not too bad of a sell-off, even though it's down 4%, whatever. Now you're gonna get those. There you go. Sitter, Keter, C3TR4. Exactly. Why am I looking at S coins? Because someone, I mean, people tip me, and some people ask me, and you know, I converse with people in Discord about things. We need to learn it, says Korea. I know, Korea. I mean, whatever. We can. I don't care. Things turn around on these. Yeah, I mean, I think for EOS to BTC, yeah, you break 5,000 sats, dude. There is no real resistance. I mean, 55.77. Look, 55.77. I got you, dude. Right, but that's where traders settled up at that low point, March 2018. Beyond that, though, you know, the next real resistance is up here. 6,400 satoshis. So yeah, man, this thing was range bound and ended up showing accumulation. Yep, accumulation. Look, higher lows than the previous low. I mean, you know, we're trading the US dollar pair because we like trading into a stable asset, not into something that the reason why we most likely get stopped out of these BTC pairs is not because the BTC pair is failing, it's because Bitcoin's dumping, right? So that's not a really cool variable, having to think about that. So, yeah, dude, this could go much, much higher. If this everything the way it's going now, if it's to continue, this thing has much higher prices in front of it. Technically, right? 6,300 to 82.84. That's your golden zone. Those are the common retrace areas. We've just now hit the 236, meaning we have a valid swing low for the Fibonacci. So yes, in time, we could see this area. Okay. Have in the chat. Yeah, BTC pairs turning around too. Great. And they've only been destroyed. I mean, they've only like absolutely sunk to the bottom of the ocean. And now, yeah, illiquid. No one's playing them. Oh, very easy to move them and make them rally again because they've lost and they've depreciated in value so much. You went long at 10K and then it went up $200 more. And apology? No, I don't owe an apology because, dude, the value, right, was gone on longs. And I wasn't saying that you should buy at these areas, but the fact that we made a technical breakout, and historically when we do break out, we keep going to the next areas. So, I mean, like, nah, I think shorting in an uptrend can be just as bad as going long at the top. It can be just as bad. So why would I apologize? I said verbatim, like, if you're bearish on Bitcoin, the best move might be to just do nothing. What's wrong with that? Why can't people just sit on the sidelines if they think it's going to sell off? You know, and you can go short, sure, but what if, like, you know, Bitcoin just starts breaking the upside again? Then you're going to get wrecked again. You know, like, you'll lose all your gains, and then in tremendous fashion. No, it is not. Unfortunately, crypto land is not possible. I wish. We got less than 5 minutes. Yeah, Cedar says, even if you made $200, it's still a risky choice at that point. Because, dude, running stops are real. Okay, running stops occur. Okay, yeah, I'm going to go short when Bitcoin's in an uptrend, but we're at an overhead resistance. Oh, we just broke out of an overhead resistance. Time to go short. I mean, that's like, you realize the same thing. Like you do that, if you did that in July or late June of last year, the last time we broke to the upside, you'd get liquidated. You lose everything. Every part of your position would be gone. Okay, so why would I apologize for like saying that we just broke out or we were about to break out? And you were talking about when we were at 99.50 and we jumped to 10,200. So you'd have been losing a crap load of money, and it could have continued on up. There was probability it would have continued on up. So I don't know, man. And you clearly don't have a trading plan or strategy anyway, because you're doing these random things randomly at different times. So, you know, hey, if you have a real strong argument with technical analysis and stuff, okay. Look at that. Nefaria says he ate crap from doing that exact thing last June. So, just because you were right by a couple $100, if you play the numbers game, good luck, dude. It's all about the numbers game. You have to continuously keep making trades, right? On different assets over and over and over. So you want to have an edge, and just going short because we just technically broke out and we're in a bull trend as it stands now. Do that 10 times and see how it works out for you across 10 different assets. Who cares about Stratus, dude? Yeah, every single other altcoin has done that too. Ridunane. So, Stratus isn't special. It's just another S coin. Remember, I showed you the ships. Stratus was one of the other boat car ships. Bullish engulfing on the 4 hour, bearish engulfing on the daily. Yeah, Aussie, but yeah, and it sucks because we're not really. If we would have closed maybe at 98.90 or something, which we didn't, it'd be much weaker and you may not be able to call it a bearish engulfing candle, right? So look on the hits. Oh my god.
Bruh.
Good big one. To see the close together, which it does seem almost confirmed now that an engulfing candle will be painted. And of course, you will be falling back below 99.50, 99.60, which is a critical support that we broke out of just yesterday. I don't know, God forbid that we break out of something and that's not an area to short. Now, if you got rejected majorly here, never breaking it, okay, but again, the trend is up sloping. But yeah, ending up becoming Class C bearish divergence. I mean, almost Class A. Right, lower levels on higher highs. So right now, it was like 60-minute, 4 hour, and now daily bearish divergence going on. So we could get follow through price action after this bearish engulfing candle to the downside. Yeah, always possible. Another good way to look at it, all right? Where it's just right there above 9,800, which 9,800 again, talked about at the beginning of the stream, is the price that traders settled up Cinco de Mayo 2018 before it all came dumping down. So instead of being resistance, it's now support, and you really want it to stay a support. That would be in bull's best interest. You don't want follow through price action here, okay? But you could get it. And look, I mean, if you have a channel plotted like this, bottom of it's like 92.75, 9,300, and there you go. Like with 5 seconds left, Bitcoin just pulls back, you know, even more. So it was engulfing on the 4 hour. It's certainly not anymore. It didn't. Yep, weakness, a little bit of weakness. Yeah, I know the RSI trend or whatever is still going on. Yep. Just kind of like this or whatever. Yep. Uptrending, but great. You have Dow Jones, all-time highs. S&P 500, all-time highs, man. All right, Tom, man, he wants follow the price action on this meh, very, very meh bearish engulfing candle, right? It's okay. It would have been a lot better if it closed at its lowest point, which was below a critical support from May 5th, 2018. If it would have closed at 9,700, it'd have been the best engulfing candle. You know, it's just one candle and a very nice uptrend. Dow can run again, of course. Yeah, S&P can run again. Gonna be led by tech. That's how it's been led so far. Okay. Yeah, we didn't look at it really. Really, SPX. Believe me, dude. None of my stuff's been. Look at this engulfing candle today. Get out of here, dude. People be like double top, but it's like that is nothing. That's like a 2.5% sell-off. That's more like a flag. You know, it's not for sure. But that remains. That is not deep enough of a retrace to be like, oh, that's a real nice looking double top. Normally on double tops, man, you want to get much deeper retraces, right? A lot more vulnerability for the trend. This wasn't enough. I mean, as you can see, like this upsloping channel here that we had broken out of, look how you just held it. And ran again. And then this, even this demand line, you broke it, but right back above it like nothing. So yeah, this is, dude, chat, you understand what this is? Someone tell me what this pretty much what this candle is right here. It's two things. Tell me what it is. I even brought it up early in the stream somewhere else. Both answers. I mean, like, you can all say the right answer, but what I want is two answers here, not one. What's up, Renee? Renee, 60-minute divergence developed along with the 4-hour divergence, and now arguably along with the daily bearish divergence. That's kind of what happened. And also risk-on markets for stocks, for equities, right? So people will talk about, oh, coronavirus, blah, blah, blah. Well, stock market wasn't phased, was it? There you go. Element of P, first one to get it, both answers. This is a bullish engulfing Marabazu, where you cover the previous candle, but also, I mean, there was really like where it opened all day, it ran up, and then it closed at its highest point. That's Marabazu, like complete bullish domination today. Get wrecked, sellers, on the, heart and soul of the stock market. Very good. So yeah, I get it, man. Oh, divergence, but what if this keeps building, dude? I think the divergence just played out. I think this is what played out, and now we're above the golden mean ratio, and now we can just start doing Fibonacci from this previous high to low to get targets. All right, next target, 33.71. Next one after that's 33.89, then 34.14. So you got some more targets up here. The S&P, you go next. Probably, I mean, you very well could get follow through price action tomorrow after that. This is insane candle right here. Amazon, Microsoft, Google, all these companies gonna help propel this price higher. Same with the Dow. Little update on this little update on TradingView. Maybe I'm crazy, but it's like the watch list and stuff's kind of a little different. Not bad at all. Yeah, so most things in the green today. Sorry, man. I don't know, dude. I've been live for an hour now, so it's chill stream, dude. You know, it's one of those euphoria hangover streams still, where we know Bitcoin still might have downside, and the run we've been on is now like maybe. I mean, you know, bearish engulfing candle. Anytime there's a bearish engulfing candle on the daily, it's a sign of vulnerability for the trend, right? So the vulnerability, it's now in the court of the sellers, right? Now we are going to see what kind of follow through price action you going to give us off this vulnerability to the uptrend. Show us. Now we need more data. We'll find out, you know, in the next few days. So it's very possible, very, very possible. We could be in this long-term uptrend at the beginning stages of it, and it's just because of the weekly and the monthly. The weekly and the monthly tell us everything we need to know about what Bitcoin's price or what this uptrend could turn into eventually. Update last night. All right, cool. A hype hangover stream, exactly, dudes. Holy crap, Sprint chat. Gosh, that freaking dumpster fire piece of crap, dude, that just kept selling offset. Bunk D saying it's up 60% after hours. Judge ruled in favor of the merger. Well, there you go, man. Yeah, Sprint. Yes. Insanity. Printing money. Fake, real, then buy stocks, then sell them higher. Is that laundering? No, that's a... No, and you're talking maybe go into deeper, like buybacks, like stock buybacks. That's a form of like quantitative easing, but you wouldn't call it that, but it pretty much is that. Yeah, I don't think I mean, it could show up on my Figure Swap. Let's pull it up. Yeah, dude, unreal. Like just crazy stuff. Let me check my notes here. Yeah, y'all want to see it to believe it? I'm good here. Yeah, dude, this is a Sprint. There you go, dude. It was at $4.80, and now it is at $7. It hit a high of $8.16. Good guy, like doubled up. Insanity. That's the 5-minute chart. Looks like a daily chart, right? Okay. So Apple, despite breaking some sort of insane parabola, that's still going, man. I mean, look what happened today. You almost engulfed, but this could be what you call a piercing line in a way, like where it opened lower and then rallied and closed, you know, piercing halfway through the body of the previous candle. Piercing line somehow. I don't know. So just continuing up, man. There's no structure here, really. It's just, we could probably put it in log scale and get a channel or something, but have fun. There's no like trade setup. You know, it filled a gap, and once it filled the gap, what did it do? We had that plotted. It's recovering. So, you know, maybe tomorrow, if there's follow through price action on that insane bullish engulfing Marabazoo in the S&P, and I think the Dow Jones, we could see, you know, all-time highs again. Then we all, Jacob. No, I mean, it had promise. It was promising for a trade, but yeah, it just kept dumping like a scrub. Logan on what? We talking about Bitcoin? Or... I think you're talking about Bitcoin, maybe. Oscillator shifting. 4 hour looks okay. I don't think I have anything here. Oscillator's not really shifting. Still your highest point of negative Momo. No waning Momo yet. Still think I don't even know. Like, consider this the low point. This isn't really a swing low like this. But even from here to here, it's like a higher low. So it's almost like bullish convergence. But again, you know, what if it's flagging? You know, you can almost look like a pennant or something. I don't know. Like, I'm not really concerned because I don't play the short term, right? I play like more midterm stuff where I take entries at reasonable areas and just let them ride. So I don't really care what's happening on 60 minutes so much because it's just so unreliable. Like, you can tell the divergence, if it lines up with the 4 hour and the daily, sure, okay. Just another reason why it might sell off, but as far as we go. And we see touch points on resistance supports. So really trying to hold this 9,800 area. I don't think you want to break it. You do break it, could see 9,500 real fast. That's where the move would be if it went below 9,800. My dude, you don't want to break this, man. I don't think. And if you do, you don't want follow the price action. Sorry, on the daily, it's where traders settled up. Don't worry about it. We're looking at the 4 hour here. See it? So in the uptrend, and still, if you plot it on the top side, you're still in the upper part of that trend. So the question is, if you look at this like a low, and this is another low, and it's a higher low, I mean, do you look at it like it's hidden bullish divergence or not? Or was it a low, a higher low, lower levels relative strength? I mean, are you forming hidden divergence? Because we're going by the island, the previous island, which is real. So it's very possible we could be showing hidden divergence on 4 hour. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that just be exact, like the exact opposite of what most people are thinking? Or most people will be like, yeah, we're going down. We're going short on this. Screw it, man. It's up too much.
Can you check out XVG/BTC? Cheers and exclamation mark tilde 0.056493000 LTC.
Hey, non, thanks to the $4.19. You want of Litecoin crypto contribution. Thank you, dude. Of course, we can look at it. Can't believe you've done this to me. I thought we were friends. But yeah, you just gotta wonder if it is real or not. Mysteries abound. Dude, this thing has gone full on pundy coin. Let's go on the daily. Good. Okay, my NOAA weather alert's going off again. Of course, it's like flash flooding, but I mean, are there tornadoes coming again, dude? This is not supposed to be happening in early February. It's like too early. So he's like, can you look at this, sir? Please, sir. Verge Connect. That's pretty much a dead project, I think. That's as good as I can do, I think. False breakout. You know, we were trying to, it was like a pattern or something, and broke out and then just dumped again in Bitcoin. Yeah, this was around the time when altcoins and BTC pair were the only things you could actually trade longing, right? That was it on the market. That's all we had. And a lot of them took off and it played out and went way beyond targets. A lot of them were on their way and didn't make it. A lot of them made the target and only the target and dumped. And a lot of them failed to launch because you just ran out of time. When Bitcoin started going, all these Bitcoin pairs got obliterated, lost their lives. So here we are, lowest low of all time, December 2017. You're failing to break it, really failing here. That is favorable price action. This is like signifying that how weak the bears are, the sellers. They just can't. We know there's nothing here, nothing left. And the sellers try and they freaking try over and over and over and just can't make it sell off more. And then you rally and then you sell off again. And then it's like, oh my God, man. It's something like a cipher. It's some XABCD. Screw illiquid assets, but whatever. right? Like 886, 786, I don't care. A new wave's beginning. So, I mean, it's getting there, though. It's already starting to run up. It's not a very big pattern. But the higher low, from this low to this low, very good. And you have sprung and you've already back tested the spring, dude. This is the critical support. Anytime you fall below a critical support, or we call an ice line, and then we break back above it, we call that a spring. And then when you sell off, and when it was once supposed to be resistance, which it was a few times, now support, that is called the back test of the spring, and that is when people take longs there. I'm not saying to do that on Verge, because it's freaking Verge, man, but higher lows, you can, I mean, barely. So it does seem maybe upside potential all the way up to 68 Satoshis. Great, dude, who cares? Awesome. There you go, man. Thanks for the 419 of Litecoin. Untamed fees, well, you're not doing it right then, right? Because, like, you bought a share of Amazon today. Today, not any other time. We were talking about when there was lots of value. Now it's, like, already broken out. You know, your lack of faith is disturbing, because you could have bought in the 1700s when we entered. For real. It was public. It was I tweeted about it. I mean, it's everything, dude. Yeah, well, Tacit Nova saying the SEC should just outlaw all S coins. You can't do that, dude. That's the whole problem. Like, you can't enforce laws. A lot of these S coins are being created in Nigeria and just random third world, second world countries, dude. I mean, good luck enforcing the law. I get it though for exchanges, yeah, but I mean they've already done that with a lot of S coins. I mean, it's not like made them illegal or per se, but you know, look what happens. You know, that's why Binance.us exists now, because it's like, hey man, in the US, the government's not going to let traders trade a lot of those pieces of crap that are probably just scams. Those asking, should I buy? What is this?
Bitcoin just went up 20 times.
All right, Zachary, man. It did, in a way, not really 20 times. All right, so Bitcoin still in bearish consolidation after the bearish impulse yesterday or last night in the morning. And be sure to join the Discord if you haven't. Just click on that and join. Over 5,000 members. Very, very active. I mean, one of the most active crypto/trading communities that exist out there, dude. Is money shifting into different markets? It's just one engulfing candle, dude. It's just a pullback. We can look at that. You're really scared here. What's up, Asia 2020? Thanks for the sub on YouTube. Welcome. Just gonna look at the total, right? 277 billion, right? Where we hit the high yesterday of 288 billion. So it's still fine, man. It's still like above resistance. Or even back tested it on yesterday's candle. It didn't even engulf here. Wow. Should show you, man. Like Bitcoin bearish engulf, but this one didn't, meaning like altcoins held up pretty strong compared to Bitcoin. And it's starting to play more of a role, like, right, because the total Bitcoin market cap dominance is decreasing. So that means that altcoins are having more effect on this chart, the total crypto market cap chart. It's still above support resistance. So eventually you'd think in time 302 billion could be where we're going. but maybe it'll be a minute. So maybe it'll take a while if Bitcoin really starts to correct. We go down to 99.50 or so. So no, money not really shifting into other markets. That you can't, just looking at it, you can't consider it that. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Just go back to it. We can go to it on Coinbase 4-hour chart the way I have it on the bottom. Or there's that demand line way down here. So the question remains, when will this negative momentum, this building, when will it start dissipating? And you know, if it does start really dissipating, then it could be very good because potential hidden bullish divergence in the 4-hour. But again, like, I don't know. I'm not really concerned about it, because there have been multiple trades that have played out on Bitcoin. You know, and someone's asking, if we break 9,800, that's bad, right? It's like, well, yeah, but we did that intra-day. We did that intra-candle 3 different times. So eventually, yeah, you get a big break, and if you do break 9,800 convincingly, I mean, you've got the upsloping support here that was tested, but, you know, 9,600, 9,550 after this, if you don't hold this, it's that simple, man. Go Space Jason. Biotech looking prime. Yeah, we got EXAS reporting tomorrow, and it's a trade setup. Beautiful inverse head and shoulders, but my God, man. Flip a coin on what's going to happen there. Elliot, these people, these like spam mods or what, or spam chatters they're just, they're either bots or something else. I mean, there's probably someone manning them, but they're in every chat. All of them. I'm looking at this same person in a live stream of the Progressive House playlist I'm playing. That same person's in there, and they're getting banned there too. So, I don't know. They're just trying to get their trashy, you know, immoral crap pushed, and this is the only way they can do it, because they have no critical thinking skills, low IQ, you know, probably underdeveloped country. Who knows, man? Many reasons why this person's you know, doing this. This is a stupid way of trying to market. No one wants your crap, dude. But hey, keep trying to come in here and spam like you're spamming. Who cares? So all coins across the board are in the red now, with the Bitcoin just mild selling going on. You know, no critical support broken, but you're right at it. Again, you break 9,800, 9,550, probably real fast. That's it. At room temperature IQ. Fun fact with Bitcoin, everyone is hyped one day, and the second day, people all come to reality. No, I'm still on cloud 9, dude, because I participate in more markets than just crypto, right? Yeah, Renee, for sure. I mean, it sucks, but you know, they do say time in the market is better than timing the market. So okay, dude. I don't know, man. Oh yeah, big time. That's beautiful. Oh my god, dude, Anderson, let's go, dude. My man. Also could say you're at the top of a range too, though. So, but I really love the overall trend here. Fantastic. But you've missed it, right? I mean, you missed it because now you're at high risk areas. You know, in a way. I mean, you're on the cusp of a major breakout, which I do think if you do break that, you'll be running on up to 106 bucks. But yeah, maybe a double bottom. I mean, but look how we rejected that pretty hard today. Resistance. So it could always just come on back, make a higher low at some point, and then go again. If you look at it on the weekly, you probably had divergence. Look at the weekly, man. These are the ones to find before they run up to hit the neckline of the potential pattern, because you had hidden, or you had just it was like divergence convergence, where you had a double bottom with higher levels of relative strength. But look, where traders settled up was much higher, so it was like convergence and then divergence here too. Look at that volume. So yeah, maybe, but you know where you're going if you do break it, probably, 105 to 106. Okay, you can have your alerts set up, but to say it's at like a decent value area, can't, right? Isn't there danger for a crash soon? No one knows when the crash is happening. This market, no, you've got people in power that are doing everything that they can to extend the bullish cycle that started March 9th, 2009. All right, so when you have an administration that has that mentality, chances are the stock market's going to keep doing stupid stuff to the upside. But when that all ends, man, yeah, stuff like crashes and recessions definitely are going to happen. It's inevitable. And crashes and recessions are part and parcel of free markets. All right, man. I've been live about an hour and a half. I'm just going to call it. It's been a good one. Thank you all for coming out, all 822 of y'all. Bitcoin right at that 9,800 area. If you break that, good change. You'll see 9,600.
Breakdown of this rising wedge is looking for that inverse head and shoulders trade. Enough mystery to keep us guessing.
Yeah, a lot of mystery, right? It's whatever. This is just one way to look at it, right? I mean, you could look at it as just a channel, as we have, and it's not as big of a deal there. So even if this plays out and you break out bearishly, it could underperform and not hit the measure move of this pattern. But you do know, like at this point, a high on price, a higher high, and then a higher high on price. Lower levels of positive momentum, same level of positive momentum. So class C bearish divergence. We extend this out. And getting close to that trend line, right? Kind of had that drawn. You don't really want to break that for real, but it's possible. Okay, dude, this thing is appreciated about 50% in value in 7 weeks. That's insane. You got to understand that. So if you're coming in now, you have no one to blame but yourself. For real, right? Who else can you blame? No one can be getting on to me about talking about we had a technical breakout of overhead resistance and now we've failed. It was a false breakout. You get mad at me because you came in late when we were like screaming, like on Twitter, Patreon, trade setups, everything. This here, we were screaming about bullish divergence. We had the engulfing candle. That was a buy signal. This was the confirmation, the back test of the spring engulfing candle with bullish convergence. Then here, even before the engulfing candle happened, we had a trade setup. And then we had 9,600 had a trade setup that eventually went up to nearly 10,200. So, again, don't be coming in here looking for someone to blame because you bought at the top. That's your fault. Okay? Just saying. And we're not even saying it's the top, but we could get follow through price action with a bearish engulfing candle. Very real. You could sell off. Whatever. And it doesn't mean you're in a bear trend if you sell off. You get follow through price action, and then we pivot, make a higher low than the previous low eventually, and then we go again. Thanks, Nefaris, again for the contribution. Much love. Okay. So I'll be back sometime. I don't know. We get crazy volatility or something. You know, do what I can. But I gotta live my life too, right? I gotta do things. I've been up all day today. Stock stuff, right? So thanks again for everyone coming out. So hit the like button, that bell, that's so on the way out. Much love. Till next time. Respect the T. Hey.
I have lost that
Oh my god, history, 6. History. Never ever have we had double Golden Voice Jesus chimes going on. Never. 6 just made history. And when I was like tuning out, like, are you kidding me? I was like 2 seconds away from hitting not live. Thank you, dude, if you're still watching. Very kingish. We break 9800 for real. 9550. Okay. Thank you, dude. Thanks a bunch, dude. Oh my god.
Adios, turd nuggets.